And today we have Carleen, who will share her journey after moving to Dubai.
I first came to Dubai about 2 years ago. We just loved it immediately. Finding friends when you're kind of like set in your ways is a little bit harder. I do think there is points when I've like kind of been lonely. Find those people who like motivate you, inspire you. Having the first customer come in was really a moment of like, wow.
How long it took you to open the store and to settle a business here?
So the 8 months was hard, but it was good. The biggest thing for me is the Dubai time. I think Dubai has challenged me in a lot of ways.
What does home mean to you now?
People thinking that somebody else is funding my life here. Well, I bought my first house at 24. I am a Dubai girl now through and through.
Welcome everyone to my podcast channel. My name is Rabia and today we have Carleen, who will share her journey after moving to Dubai. Welcome, Carleen.
Hi,
thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, let's start then. The first question is, what brought you to Dubai and what was your impression of this city?
So I first came to Dubai about 2 years ago on vacation with my best friend and now business partner, and we just loved it immediately. We loved the people, the culture. We loved the motivation of just like seeing, you know, how everyone is doing. And yeah, the energy of the city really had an allure for us.
And how long your vacation was?
It was about 3.5 weeks.
Okay, yeah. Almost 1 month.
Yeah, we were here during Ramadan the first time.
Okay.
So it was actually like very quiet, but it was beautiful, and we just had such a great time. We knew within the first week that we would be trying to make a move.
Can you share some of the biggest challenges you faced here?
So some of the biggest challenges we experienced was just finding the right people that could actually like guide you and help you with the things that need to be done so that you can be here. From finding like a PRO to someone who can like guide you on actually being able to rent an apartment, because there's so many people who are showing apartments here but actually don't have any availability to actually rent you the apartment. You have to find, you know, somebody licensed and all that sort of stuff, and that's something, you know, we're just kind of not used to in Canada.
Okay, and what about friends?
So I think I've done fairly good in that department so far here. I do think as like I'm a little bit older, I'm in my mid-30s, that finding friends when you're kind of like set in your ways is a little bit harder. And we don't go out as much, or I don't anyways. So, you know, you're not like meeting people just out and about all the time. I'm a little bit introverted and a little bit of a homebody. I like that. So I found that networking here is really great. There's so many incredible clubs and so many incredible opportunities to meet women or men or both through networking groups.
Mostly people are saying that moving to Dubai makes people feel lonely. So you don't think so?
I think I can see that. I do think there is points when I've like kind of been lonely, but I think most people have that at home too. I don't think that that's really something you can kind of escape. But I haven't found that like I'm generally lonely. I do have really wonderful friends here and I love them. And yeah, I think one of the big things that like can bring you your circle in Dubai is finding other people who want the same things you do, right? We're all here, like most of us anyways, to like achieve something better and have something better than maybe what's capable in our home country. So find those people who like motivate you, inspire you, who you know, those are the people you want to spend your time with anyways, who want the best for you, you know, and I think you can really find that here. It does require some work though. You do have to like leave your apartment to find it.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. So was there a moment in Dubai when you felt things truly started to shift for you?
There's been a couple moments here that I've had. So the first one was actually like moving into the apartment that we got. That was a big one because it finally felt settled, a little bit settled. Maybe not 100% because we got like a furnished apartment and stuff like that. But that moment, then the moment we were able to actually physically open the store, that was a long road. And there was not very much light during the fit out through some parts. So actually like opening the store and like having the first customer come in was really a moment of like, wow, okay, we're doing this. We're here. We're making it happen.
How long it took you to open the store and to settle a business here?
So it took, we signed the lease in March of 2024 and we opened mid-October 2024.
Okay.
So it was almost 8 months from like lease signing to fit out finish, which is a long time. But it's wonderful now that we're open. We're really excited. And yeah, it seemed like a really long process in comparison. You know, they told us it was going to be like 90 days of fit out. And in Canada, I had just fit out another building for one of my other businesses. And it took about 90 days as well. So the 8 months was hard, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was a learning process. So yeah.
At the end, it's here.
Yeah, we can look back now and have a good laugh about it. At the time, we weren't laughing very much.
What were some of cultural adjustments you needed?
Because I had been here so much on vacation over the first year, really, I spent about 4.5 months total here.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of cultural things I had to experience because I had already experienced them.
Yeah.
I mean, my first vacation here was Ramadan. If you were going to come at any time that like people tell you not to come, that would be it. Because so much is just so much quieter and you don't get maybe the full experience. But I think we got a really incredible one because it was Ramadan. So yeah, there wasn't a lot of cultural things. The biggest thing for me is the Dubai time. And everyone is just like, we'll get there when we get there, inshallah. It's, you know, it's wonderful. It's wonderful that everybody is so like laid back kind of about that, but also it's very hard coming from like someone who really likes to be early for like every appointment and, you know, like meetings start on time.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. How does your life now comparing to your life before?
I would say that my life is very similar to Canada. There's not major differences. You know, most things that I could get in Canada, you can get here in the UAE. The biggest thing would be going from somewhere that's cold, kind of 8 months of the year, to now somewhere that's like hot 8 months of the year. It's very polar opposite from like having snow on the ground for 4 or 5 months to like, we'll never see snow here.
But are you more sunny person or cold person?
I'm definitely more of a sunny person.
Okay.
So I love the heat here. The only thing I could do without is maybe a little bit of the humidity because it really does not, you know, do any good for my hair.
Totally understand.
They're not friends at all. So
yes. Looking back now, what part of your old life you're missing more and what's you're grateful for that it's like behind?
In general, I'm just grateful to be here. I think Dubai has challenged me in a lot of ways. I was very like comfortable in my life at home in Canada, you know, so it's challenged me to get out of the box and out of my comfort zone to do different things, meet different people. The one thing I really do miss is my kitchen at home and being able to like cook how I like to and have a lot of people over for dinners and all that sort of stuff. So that would be one day it'll happen here.
Okay, so you're not cooking that much in Dubai.
I don't cook very much because I find the kitchens are like really tiny.
Okay.
And I still haven't figured out how exactly to use the oven. So
same problem. I understand.
I know what like kind of what it does, but some of the dials, like I've tried Googling what they all mean. Nobody has been able to tell me. So every time I use it, we're just hoping that it gets cooked.
Okay. So, and what kind of like cuisine you like more here?
Cuisine?
Yes.
I love it all. I've always loved like every kind of food. My favorite has always been Chinese food. I've been to China many times, like hot pot, that sort of stuff. But I do love good Turkish food too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not struggling with finding your food here in Dubai?
No, I don't struggle. I mean, there are some groceries that have been harder to find. But as far as like eating out and that sort of stuff, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You speak a lot about feminine energy in your social medias. And how has that philosophy shaped your journey?
I think that stepping into my feminine energy in the last little while has helped shape me into a better person and becoming the best version of myself. I worked in very male dominated fields for most of my 20s. And although that was a great experience, it wasn't always aligned with what I was looking for, who I wanted to be. And so I think you need to have both. I think there's a greater need to, yes, maybe be a little more masculine if you want to hustle hard and have, a business and all those things during the day and getting that done. But then at home at night, you need to be able to drop into the feminine to stay in alignment with our bodies and the things that our body truly needs and wants.
Yes. Okay, great. Just about feminine energy. My friend who recently moved to Dubai 3 months ago, she was like, okay, I started my new relationship. She's 29.
Okay.
And she's like, I started my new relationship. What should I be aware of? What would you advise? And I didn't know what to say, to be honest, because I really don't know what to say in these situations. And what would you advise for this?
So I would tell her to sit down and make a list. Write out all the things you want from a man. And then ask yourself, are you the kind of woman that man would want? And if not, what are the things you need to work on? The other things I think you need to look for is consistency. Is he being consistent with his time and energy? If he's not, get rid of him. That man is not that interested. And yeah, I think that's probably the biggest ones for me. I know that here there's a dynamic of the men are stepping out and all that sort of stuff, but I don't know how you know that without really putting in some time and energy to figure that out. I mean, some of them make it fairly obvious, but I would say dating everywhere is difficult. There's good and bad people in every city, and you just have to do some things that takes things slower, have in mind what you truly want out of a relationship and out of the man you're engaging in one with, and go from there.
Okay, perfect. What does home mean to you now?
So home is wherever I can find peace now. I think it doesn't matter whether it is a hotel room or an apartment or, my home back in Canada. One of the things I always look for is somewhere that I can feel at peace and that the energy is something that allows me to relax into and unwind.
Amazing. So your family also in Canada now?
Yes.
Would you like them to move? Or maybe you are talking to them you want them to move?
I would love them to move. Although I don't think it'll ever happen. Okay. Yeah. My mom was here for vacation in January and she did like it, but it's not enough nature for her and greenery. She really loves the mountains and that sort of thing. So I think she's going to be a hard sell. Yeah. And same with my brother. He's very, very kind of stuck in his ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Have there been any misconceptions people have about your life that you have now here?
Yeah, I would say the one I get a lot is people thinking that somebody else is funding my life here and funding starting a business and funding the fun activities I go and do. Nobody else is funding it. I worked really hard to be able to afford to come here, and I started at a young age trying to set myself up for success. And so I bought my first house at 24, and I own multiple businesses in Canada as well. And so I'm the poor schmuck funding it all. That's me. If somebody wants to fund it, I'm not against that, and I have no judgment. I wish it was me, but that's not.
This stereotype about every girl who lives in Dubai. I understand. What advice would you give to a woman who wants to start their new life, new chapter in any other countries?
I would tell them to just do it and plan to do it faster rather than slower. We get in our own heads and we get in our own way. If you say you're going to take 2 years to do it, well, you'll probably get to 2 years and won't have done it. So sit down and write it out today and figure out what you need to do, how you need to do things so that you can accomplish that, and do it. And plan to do it in like 3 to 6 months. Don't, be like, oh, this is my 2 to 5 year plan, because that'll never happen.
Okay. And what do you say about yourself that you are living into 2 countries, like between Canada and Dubai, or?
No, I definitely am not. I spend most of my time in Dubai. I've only been back to Canada. I've been back to Canada 3 times, but 2 of the trips were fairly short. And one, I actually didn't even go to like the city I live in. There, I went to other places because I had to meet with clients and vendors. So, I only spent about a month and a half to 2 months in Canada in the last year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're a Dubai girl now.
I am a Dubai girl now, through and through.
Can you tell me about your business here? What's brand?
Yeah, so we opened a women's clothing boutique. It's located in JBR. It is called Blondie Collection. Okay. And we carry mostly Australian and US designers. So it's a multi-brand currently. And we also are online, but pop by the store, say hi to me.
Okay, I think I saw your store in GBR.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, it's a good location. I love it there.
It's very touristic. It's very crowded every time.
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah, it's a very good hotspot. So.
And good luck with your business.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. It was nice to talk to you about your journey.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching, and leave the comment what you want to know more about Dubai life and whom you want to see the next episode. Thank you.